Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of my freshers uni advice video. This is carrying on from the last video that I posted talking about various different topics related to starting uni. So if you missed the first part of the video, I'll link that in the description box below. Hope you enjoy it. So I've now covered packing and homesickness, and now I'm just want to talk a little bit about like the work-life balance. I think that first year of uni is like imperative in kind of setting you up for like your degree, but for work a lot of the time your first year doesn't count. But that's not to say that you shouldn't do any work or try hard in your lectures and things. I definitely would say do the work that they set you and go to the lectures, but don't feel like you have to completely like slave away the whole time. Remember, this is a university experience, so it's all about kind of getting out there and making friends at the same time. And I know it is a challenge because it's like you've got all of these things to juggle. You can only juggle so many things at the same time, and some people will go and get a job at uni as well, but for me that was just I didn't really feel like I needed to during term time, just because it would have been too much going on at the same time and I wouldn't have been able to handle that. But what am I talking about? I need to keep my train of thought. I just go off on one. Let me look at my notes. Okay, so the way that you balance your work and your freshers experience of your social life, it is completely up to you and to the individual. Don't feel like you have to base your lifestyle on anyone else. It is completely down to you and what you are happy with doing. If you want to get a part-time job to earn a little bit of money on the side, then do it. And likewise with lectures and things, if you do want to spend time going to the library and reading the books and doing a bit of extra reading on the side, then great, you'll probably be ahead of your studies, and if anything you'll get better results in your essays because you would have done extra research. But you don't have to do that. And likewise with going out, if you want to go out every night of the week you can, but if you're not into going out, don't feel like you have to by any means. In freshers there'll be things going on every night. Don't feel like you have to go out every night. You will be shattered, especially by, I know a lot of unis have freshers fortnight, and by the second week you'll start lectures, so you don't really want to be missing out too much on those lectures. So I would just be careful there. If you are a massive party animal, then make sure that you do go to the lectures that you're supposed to be going to, because you don't want to set a bad example in the beginning and you don't want to get behind right from the start. A lot of the time the freshers experience will be a chance to meet some interesting people and kind of get to know different people in your halls, but you're not necessarily going to meet like your best friends during freshers, so don't feel pressured into making your best friends straight away. It's definitely a learning experience, freshers. For me, I learned that you will make friends, but some of those friends you'll realise they're not actually your kind of people. Maybe later down the line. That's perfectly fine. You'll realise that you'll come across a lot of new people. Some people won't be your cup of tea, and that's normal because you're coming from all different parts of the country, from different backgrounds. But yeah, don't feel like you have to be best friends with everyone, because it's not possible to do that. And if you're not like a social butterfly, you don't like the going out, the freshers, then don't think that, oh, uni isn't for me then. That's a tiny little element of uni life, I think. You don't have to be a crazy party goer to have a good time at uni. There are so many other things going on and so many other opportunities to meet people. Societies, sports clubs, going to the gym, joining the university newspaper, for example. If you see a society that catches your eye, join it, and you never know what people you might meet through that. You're more likely to meet like-minded individuals through joining those kind of things than someone in your flat, for instance, because you've immediately got that common interest. Don't go too crazy with all these societies, because like I was saying earlier, a juggling game. You've got to make sure that you can balance everything. But do things that you enjoy doing. So if you're really into hockey or lacrosse, join those societies and you'll open new windows for yourself like that. And also remember that your course is another great opportunity to meet people. So like in seminars and lectures and tutorials, you're more than likely to meet like a few good friends. So going to lectures and you'll just end up sitting next to someone and you'll just get chatting to them, and then you'll hang out with them, and then you might meet some other people through them, and then the next thing you know, you've got like a group of you that are all course mates, and you'll go to similar lectures and you'll just hang out on your free time as well, which is really cool. I definitely have got that now, but I feel like I've had that just since second year, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. I had some course mates in first year and that's kind of expanded in second year, and now I feel like I've got a good network of friends. It's nice to have course mates and also have friends who are not course mates, because when you want to take your mind off work, it's sometimes nice to have people that don't do your course, so then you can just talk about unwork related things, which is quite nice. And I definitely have that. I'll have course mates and I'll have non-course mates, and I quite like that. So don't feel like you have to make all your friends from your course or all of your friends outside of your course, and it's just natural. Like, don't feel really forced into making friends. You will literally just end up, you'll look back and you'll think, how did I even make them as a friend? Like, how did we meet? You won't remember really. It will just be like a natural thing. It's like when you start a new school, you'll meet people and you don't even realise that you're making friends at the time, but you are, and before you know it, you're like best mates and you're hanging out all the time. I realise I'm waffling on so much. Some time before I went to uni, other people that I knew had started, so they'd started before me, and they were kind of going through their freshers week and posting photos, videos on social media, on Snapchat, on Facebook, Instagram, and often the perceptions that you get on social media are completely different to what people say in person. And so I felt like when I got to uni, I'd seen all these photos and people having an amazing time on cool nights out and them getting on really well with their flatmates, and I would think, oh right, okay, so they're having a good time, that means that I need to have a good time, otherwise maybe university isn't for me. And my freshers experience, I didn't enjoy it like that much. I didn't think it was as crazy and as fun as people on social media made it out to be, and that perception through social media can really impact on how you feel about your experience. And if you see people who are having a really good time, and it then gets you thinking, right, they're having a good time, so why aren't I having a good time? And then so a couple of my friends would do that. They would post their photos and videos like really having a great time, and then I would speak to them. I'd be like, oh, it looks like you're having a really nice time, like how are you enjoying it? And they'd be like, not really getting on with my flat too well, I don't really think we have a lot in common, not massively fussed about the nights out. And it's like, you've just posted all these photos and videos showing that you're having an incredible time, so why? It's like a different, you're gaining one perception like on social media, and then you actually speak to the person and they haven't enjoyed it as much as you think they have. I would just say be wary of that, and when you see people's photos, just think, if they're having a bad time or if they're feeling homesick, they're not likely to post that online. They're only likely to post, oh, that's a good club photo, or oh yeah, so get a nice selfie with my flat. They're not going to post, oh yeah, I don't get on with them. So you'll always paint your best picture on social media. And finally, I just kind of wanted to talk about like your friends and like friends from home. So obviously at uni you're going to meet new friends and that'd be great, but at the same time you might realise that some people from home who you might have been really good friends with, you feel a lot more distant from now, and you feel like you've you might grow apart from them, and that is perfectly fine. That's a normal progression in life. You're not gonna be able to keep all of your friends, and often the case is that your actual like good friends will reduce to probably like a handful. It can be hard to keep in contact with everyone, and not everyone will mature in the same way. Some people will kind of go off and do different things, and they might become different people to who you knew before at school, and that's fine. But I would say that your good friends from home, just try and make an effort to keep in contact with them. I'm not saying text them every single day. What I would do is try and like FaceTime my friends. I wouldn't say you have to talk to them all the time, but sometimes you have those friends where you won't speak to them for a while, and then when you see them again or you FaceTime them again, it's like no time has passed, and that's when you know that you have good friends, that you don't have to constantly be messaging them, because it's hard. Like I say earlier about the juggling thing, you want to be making new friends, but at the same time you want to keep your home friends as well. By speaking to people on FaceTime and keeping in contact with them, that's a way to ease homesickness as well, and you kind of can just chat about stuff from home, and that'll make you forget that you were ever homesick. And again, going back to making friends at uni, I would strongly advise not ever feel like you have to be pressured into doing anything that you don't feel comfortable with. I've never felt like I have to do that, and some people will be more susceptible to peer pressure, and I would just say think what is right for you, and if you feel uncomfortable, don't feel like you have to hang out with those people, or if you don't feel like you have to do what they're doing just because there's a crowd of people doing it. People respect you for being you and for having your own opinions. You'll meet some interesting characters at uni for sure. You just got to enjoy it, I think, and before you know it, it will be over. So just enjoy it while you can and just make the most of it. And if there's an opportunity that comes up that you think, oh, that's quite interesting, I would just take the opportunity, and you never know where it might lead you. I think that concludes my massive spiel about my university experience and my advice really for you. So if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below, and I will do my best to help you out. And I feel like, as I'm no like advice guru, uni guru at all, but I just feel like it could be useful from someone who's been through it. So yeah, if it has been useful, then I'm very glad. And if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you with a new video soon. Bye! That was long. My mouth is dry. Oh.